Hey YouTube, it's AdamX20, another YouTube Orbit blog today. Today I was working on my software again, like I usually do. I put some new images up for the turn tool, which is, it's kind of just a tool that's going to help mediate fair play. I mean, a lot of the stuff in there is just completely optional. Well, the locking mechanism. Basically what's going to happen is a person's going to select a deck, and then the deck is in use. It loads the card XML data into the software's RAM, it's an element tree object by then, and then they can just, they have total free play with the cards, whatever they want to do with them. But in a more tournament style game, what they'll do is they'll lock the decks to the server, and they'll send them to the server, and then they have no access to it unless they use a voting panel. All the other stuff is just gonna go, there's a little text box, so any actions that you take on your deck is gonna go in there. Any actions that you attempt to take on your deck are going to go there. Excuse me, are going to go there, and then the vote buttons, excuse me, which are I think I have them labeled approve or deny, are going to light up, and then it's just a matter of majority wins. Majority wins, ties fail, and that's what that is. So I got some icons. I bought a few icons for that. What I'm working on now is the card manager suite, which is going to let you build card libraries and then decks of cards. I'm trying to be really forward thinking with this. I don't want to just have a tree that has a whole bunch of cards and you have to sift through thousands and thousands of cards if it ever gets to be that big. Instead, what I'm really thinking of doing is letting people load sets of cards, and then the sets of cards will hold the singular cards, and then they can build decks that way. They'll be able to drag and drop into decks and then create decks and then load decks of cards, which will have maybe 60 or more cards. Usually it's around 60 cards. So that's what I'm working on, but I'm not doing anything right now but the planning stages, because I want to get it right the first time, so I don't have to go and modify XML. Modifying XML after a release is really difficult. I have a nice process which updates, adds new elements to the XML tree, but it's hard to just redefine portions. I can add new elements and I can add new tags, and I don't do it with all of them yet, just because it can be problematic. But yeah, so it works with the layout and a couple other XML elements that are needed for the software. So that's what I'm doing. I think the way I have it right now is in the card manager. You have the on the right side, or no, excuse me, on the left side. It'd be on the left side here. You'd have that black card with a question mark on it. Then on the right side you have the tree of cards. And what I'm going to do with that is you'll load a card set, and then you'll be able to create new cards for that card set, and then instead of just calling it the game cards tree, what I'm going to do is you'll load the card set, it'll find the name of the set, and you'll be able to rename the set and then save the set as a separate XML in your cards folder. That's what I have working right now. Not working, that's what I'm working on up here right now. And then in there it's just going to be like a container node, which then holds all of the different cards, and then all of the cards will be pretty similar to miniature nodes. So when you drag and drop them, they're kind of operating on the same basic format as miniature map objects. I don't think I'm going to do anything special when they're on the map. I might just leave them as miniatures. I'm not sure right now. I might turn them into card nodes on the map too, and then just base them off the map object that I have. But I'm not sure how much I want to go into that. I like the fact that they would just be miniatures, because miniatures are just, everything's there. The node handler itself can handle anything. I guess the last thing I'm thinking, you know, the next difficult part is in the card hand, which is, I managed to get it into a Q graphics view. It's just a small little rectangle on the screen. You can flip through your cards if you want to, and then you can drag and drop them directly from the card hand. But what I want to do is set it up so that when you hover over it, instead of it showing its tooltip, which can be just a string of text, I want it to pop up a special widget which will show the full, or not full, but a scaled up version of the card graphic on one side, which would be the left side, and then on the right will be all of the card's rule data. So you can have a really, you know, really immersive experience. You don't, I guess it would be an intuitive interface. You don't have to flip through one side, and you don't have to, you know, you don't have to look left and right. You can just hover over the card and see its data, and then that might become something that you can do in the context menu also, see the card data. But I was having trouble actually setting the tooltip event, finding it. I can't seem to find the tooltip event. I can find the scene help event, but then I can't find how it's passing to the QGraphics PixMap item, which is what the card is based off of, to show the tooltip. I don't know where it is. I tried a few things and then I thought, screw it, I'm just stalling and wasting time. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have the card manager framework up, which would be a working model letting cards be created. When I do that, I'll probably have the poker deck in with the new man cards that I have. Hopefully that's tomorrow. I don't know yet. And then once I get that done, once I get the framework done, then I'm going to work on the turn tool, and the card hand is going to be, I think the card hand is just going to be pretty simple for now. If I get the tooltip in by beta, the special tooltip that I want in by beta, that'll be awesome. If I don't, then I don't. It can wait, because it's kind of a lavish, extravagant, it's more of a something you would see on a professional software, and I'm aiming for that in the future. So then the turn tool, and then drag and drop from the card hand to the map, and I think that's gonna be it. And then I start fleshing out all of the features that are added, connecting all of the changes to network. Of course, when I do this, these cards, one of the first things that has to go in is rotating. Cards need to be rotated through the network, so that's one of the first connections that has to go in. And then I'll just flesh everything out, everything that's not connected right now, everything that makes people go, this doesn't work, it has bugs, when they're not really bugs, they're just incomplete features. All of that stuff is going to go in, and my deadline for end of year beta could be sooner, could be later, I don't know. I guess this video is a little longer than I expected. I do have one more rewrite that I need to do, and that's the connection to the beta server. And that's what I need to do before beta. There's some backwards compatibility that people want, and I'm very, very timid about putting any effort into it right now, because I gotta be honest, working with the old software it's kind of a pain in the ass, man. It's like, it's 10 years old. I mean, I don't know. It does things really bad, and I mean, it was great for its time, but I wish people would update. But I understand the community is pretty resistant to change. So backwards compatibility is something I'm definitely going to work on. It's really just all about how the XML data is sent to the server, received by the server, and then sent from the server, and then received to the client. So there's kind of this reorganizing data that's just, it's going to be a pain in the ass, I tell you what. It's going to be a real pain in the ass. And then there's one other thing, like the server, the communication gear right now is using I think it's long integers, which has 8 bytes of data, so it's a bit. It's a true bit. And then the old version is using, I think it's just long integers, which only has like 4 bytes of data, so it's a half a bit. The reason I did this is because I just thought it would be easier for the software to send a whole bit when our network capabilities can do that. I thought it would reduce CPU amount when they're sending bits instead of half bits to get the data out. So there's going to have to be a fallback for the server and the communication gear. When the server receives a communication from an older client, that's going to need to fall back to the old method of packing and unpacking, and I guess we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now. It's kind of another late video, but it's not so bad. It's a little sunny outside. I'm kind of a night owl, but yeah. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see if I get that update up. For now, talk to you later. Bye, YouTube.